Welcome back to boys high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Chris Patton and Luke Johnson. We're here getting ready for what is promises to be an exciting fourth quarter of action. We've played 3 quarters. Arcola has a 52-48 lead over Okaw Valley. Pretty back and forth contest here. Had some lead changes. Arcola gets it in the post to Cole Hutton, and his shot is blocked. Looks like Devin Still locked that one away, knocked it down. He's got it now. They feed it into the post. Joe Jeffers trying to clear some space, and shot attempt won't count. We're going to foul on the floor against Arcola. Foul goes on Justin Hobgood, his second, team's 4th. Into the post, step through, and it goes down, rolls in and around. Devin Still knocks that one down. He's got 9 points tonight. 2-point Arcola lead, and just like that on the other end was that 20 Chase Strader to put that one in. Strader has 9. It's a 4-point Arcola lead. 7:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Conference action here on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Still drives up and under, and no basket, called for a travel.
I'll have to agree with the Okaw fans on that one. I didn't see the travel.
Did not see it there, and the basket wiped off. It's still a 4-point Arcola lead. 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. I guess I should say 7 minutes left to go in regulation. Might be more fitting for tonight. Cole Hutton with it, 20 Chase Strader. He's gonna drive, kicks it back to Hutton. Hutton thinks about it, puts it up, and no good. But it's a long rebound track down by Wyatt Fishel, fresh off the bench with 3 fouls. Back into the corner, Hutton thought about it again. Missed that one, he's gonna try and feed the post. Hobgood gets it, a little too hard though, and goes over the basket. Okaw Valley to press it here, 21, Alex Martin out there. 32, Joe Jeffers with it. He's gonna drive, guarded by Hobgood. He pulls up and swishes it. Joe Jeffers with 4 tonight, and it's back to a 2-point Arcola lead, 54-42, 6:15 left to go in the game. Seesaw battle here from Nancy Stiff Gymnasium in Arcola. 20 Chase Strader with it. Thought about feeding Seaman in the post. Instead, it goes into the corner to Hobgood. We have a foul called on the floor here against Okaw Valley. The hold called against Seaman in the post. Not against Seaman, but for holding Seaman. Foul will go against Brody Sparks, his 3rd, team 6th.
And it looks like Arcola's trying to find Seaman in the post more now than ever. He hasn't been outside very much at all here in the second half.
Colin Seaman hit 3 3-pointers in the second quarter, really started heating up, but missed one early in the third, and since then he's been going to the basket. He scored 5 points in the third quarter, has 21 total, so he's been Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside tonight for Arcola.
Well, when you're the leading scorer, you got to find a way to score no matter what. If you're not hitting from the outside, you inside. If you're not hitting from inside, you don't get a mid-range game going. I mean, when he hasn't made his shots, he's made some nice passes to set other people up as well.
And he's been able to do some stuff inside, I think, because you've had Justin Hobgood in there playing with him and kind of doing some of the dirty work, getting rebounds, things like that, clearing out some space, some room for Seaman to operate. Colin Seaman, 21 for Arcola. Peyton Hagerman, 16 for Okaw Valley. We've seen a nice little back and forth by those two gentlemen. Wyatt Fishel with it now, guarded by Hagerman and then Drew Fruchtel. Okaw Valley settling back in that zone. Shot put up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Hagerman, I believe. No. I was of the same thinking Chad Graves was, the Arcola head coach, that it looked like that went out of bounds off the fingertips of Hagerman. Not the official call, though, as Okaw Valley has the ball now. Down by 2, 5:45 left to go in the game. 21 was Alex Martin, I believe. He kicked it out, and shot goes in and out. Martin almost got the rebound. Is knocked away, though, by the flailing limbs of Cole Hutton, who pulls it away. 12 Fishel with it now, 20 Chase Strader. Into 33, Austin Schaefer. Into the corner for Seaman, no good. Cole Hutton with the rebound, though. He is double teamed. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It goes out of bounds off of Okaw Valley. Will stay with Arcola.
And Seaman's still cold from the outside. He hasn't That's 0 for 1 from the three-point line here in the second.
Long pass out to Chase Strader, number 20.
Fourth quarter, excuse me.
12 Wyatt Official, 20 Chase Strader. Pass knocked away, ends up in the arms of Devin Still. Okaw Valley pushing it ahead. And here we go. Drive along the baseline, kicks it back out though, driving to the basket. A little too hard, a little out of control shot by 32. Joe Jeffers, but he got his rebound. He fought after it, puts it in and gets fouled. We're tied at 54, and Joe Jeffers, the junior forward for Okaw Valley, is going to head to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead. Foul against Arcola is on Austin Schaefer, his fourth. Shot is good. Joe Jeffers has 7 points tonight, 5 of those in the fourth quarter. Just under 5 minutes to go here in regulation in the fourth quarter. Okaw Valley now leads 55-54 over Arcola. Official and Strader moving it back and forth. Hobgood with it at the free throw line, kicks it back out for a three-pointer that does everything but go down. Okaw Valley pulls the rebound away. Jeffers is right there, pulled it down around, had 3 Arcola white jerseys around him. He's able to pull it out and take it down to the other end. Hagerman with it. He's been effective off the drive tonight. 41, Drew Furchtel. Guarded by 20, Chase Strader. He goes back out top. Into the corner now, back out to 13, Colton Soraka. 32, Jeffers with it. There's that little give and go, drive through the lane. It's good for Peyton Hagerman. He's got 18. It's now a 3-point Okaw Valley lead. 4 minutes left to go in regulation. Wyatt Fishel has it. Over to 20, Chase Strader. Into the corner for Seaman. Good! Not going to keep him down long from the three-point line. 24 points, and we're going to get a foul against Wyatt Fishel in the backcourt. And a technical foul. Let's see, we're getting things sorted out here. Technical foul is going to go against Peyton Hagerman of Okaw Valley. And we might need to be careful with the mics here with the Okaw Valley fans close to us. So Colin Seaman made a 3, tied up the game at 57, gave him 24 points, and then we had a foul. I believe we've got a foul against Wyatt Fishel for Arcola in the backcourt. Right now, though, Colin Seaman going to add to his total on some technical foul free throws. He makes that. The scoreboard here doesn't reflect it yet, but it should be 58-57. Second free throw is good. So we've got 59-57 as our score. .345 left to go. Arcola passing around, there we go. Scoreboard matches what we have. Hobgood with it now, going to drive along the baseline. Gets double team, finds Cole Hutton who's cutting, and the basket is good, and a foul. Cole Hutton drives to the basket. Nice pass by Justin Hobgood. Those two guys off the bench here in the third quarter have done an excellent job. We've got some discussion out there on the court. 32, that's Joe Jeffers.
I think they couldn't read the jerseys very well, and they were asking the players what their numbers were.
Having that same issue I'm having. Right now, everything 61-57 is the Arcola lead, 4-point lead, 3:33 left to go in the game. Cole Hutton at the free throw line with a chance for his 6th point. And he gets it. 62-57, 5-point Arcola lead. This thing has swung again because it was just a second ago that Okaw Valley was up by a point. Okaw Valley going to call a timeout, try and get things settled down here. They're going to call a full timeout.
And it's back and forth, as you said. I mean, it's going to come down to a great game. It's going to end within the final seconds. It's going to be tight. I don't know what the technical foul was for, but in that case, if you're Peyton Hagerman, there's no reason to say anything. You got the foul call. You're going the other way. That's the 4th foul on Wyatt Fischel. There's no reason to say anything. Just walk to the other end. And
I think maybe it might have been kind of a hard. I was looking down at the score sheet and saw, I could tell out of the corner of my eye, Fischel was in the back court there, and it seemed like it might have been a little too hard, or I don't know if Hagerman just reacted poorly.
What I saw was Hagerman came up, gave a nice head fake, and Fischel went for it and jumped in the air, and he kind of landed on him a little bit, but Hagerman was falling away. I mean, he needed to get fouled. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, oh, definitely. But you can't have that reaction at this point in the game.
Yeah, there wasn't any reason to go overboard. The referees called it. They were right on top of it. Should have just let it go and gone the other end.
Especially when you're the leading scorer. 18 points for Hagerman tonight.
Right.
And has done some great things on offense. Foul situation, as we can tell right now, 8 fouls against Okaw Valley, 6 against Arcola. Okaw Valley will inbound with 3:33 left on the clock. Here in the 4th quarter, they're trailing by 5 right now. Here comes Hagerman bringing it across mid-court. 14, Brody Sparks with it. Dishes it off to 22, Devin Still. Hagerman's got it back now. Tried to do that, give it back, and then that time they did, found a little separation. They stuck with it. It wasn't there at first, but Still was able to separate himself from the defender. He knocks it down, and 62-59 is now the Arcola lead. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Chase Strader with it. He's going to drive and pulls it up. Seaman thought about a 3, head fake, and he puts up a 2. That is off the mark. Rebound corralled by Hagerman. Nice job to be Johnny on the spot there. He's got Seaman behind him. He spins, puts one up, forces it a little bit. Ball bounces around. Who's going to come down with it? It's Justin Hobgood. Now it's 3. Colin Seaman with it for Arcola. See if Arcola slows it down a little bit here. Tries to settle things down just a little bit. They're playing without their point guard because Wyatt Fischel has 4 fouls. Cole Hutton had an open 3, decides to pass it back around. Clayton Strader drives, and he's going to shuffle his feet and get called for a travel. 62-59, Arcola leads over Okaw Valley by 3 with 2:28 left to go in the 4th.
And a good defensive stop for Okaw Valley right there. They needed it. Hagerman was a little bit out of control on that last play. Should have probably just pulled it out. He didn't have the numbers. Ran through the offense.
Arcola had a couple looks there. Hutton has made a 3 just not that long ago, but I wonder if he was thinking about spend a little bit more time off the clock instead of going up with it, or if he wanted to make sure make sure Seaman got a few touches before they pulled a trigger on it. 2:25 left to go. Okaw Valley with it now. They're down by 3. Let's see what they do here on the offensive end. Arcola gambling a little bit there. Looked like Clayton Strayer going after that one. They feed it inside to 22. He steps through. He's called for the travel. Devin Still got it in the post, tried to step through as he went to the basket. Called for traveling. Couple turnovers for each team. Wyatt Fischel going to check in at the next dead ball. He's got 4 fouls. The Arcola point guard checking back in about 2 minutes. Seaman puts a 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Hagerman. Hobgood pulls away, and forced pass. Seaman steps in front of it. He's going to drive, and we got some contact. Little step through, and Colin Seaman makes a 2. 64-59, 5-point Arcola lead. 1:45 left to go in the game.
You got to step up the defense here. Defense is going to get you back in this or win it for you.
3-pointer put up and no good. Forced shot there by, appeared to have been 22, Devin Still. Ball goes out of bounds. Fischel's going to check back in for Arcola. They have a 5-point lead with 92 seconds left.
And Arcola just needs to be patient. They've got a decent lead. They want to look for a good shot, look for an easy layup. Just extend the lead a little bit, but also use some of the clock.
8 fouls against Okaw Valley. Feed into the post. Hobgood had it, but came right back out with it, driving to the basket. We're going to blocking foul against Okaw Valley. Chase Strader saw a little path he could get to the basket there and draws a foul. Foul is going to go against Joe Jeffers, 32 for Okaw Valley, his 4th. At the free throw line, sophomore forward, number 20, Chase Strader for Arcola. That goes off the back iron, up through the air, and then down.
A kind roll.
Chase Strader with 10. 64-59. They had it as the fourth. That's actually 5 against Joe Jeffers. He's done for the evening. He will finish with 7 points. Second one goes in much easier than the first one. Chase Strader with 11. 7-point Arcola lead. Okaw Valley needs to cut into this deficit. Hagerman has it now. Let's see if he goes to the basket. Spin move, up and around, and that one doesn't go down. He got some of those to fall earlier. That was just a little too rough. He's going to get called for a foul there as it's desperation time for Okaw Valley.
I mean, it wasn't a bad spin move into the lane. He's just a little out of control. Maybe, you know, leave a pass for somebody else going to the basket or try and find somebody out on the perimeter for an open shot. Of course, he has had those shots going for him. In the third quarter, he was on fire with all those runners and floaters he had.
At the free throw line for Arcola is 21. That's Clayton Strader. He makes the first one. He has 8 tonight. 67-59. Misses that one. Rebound by Hobgood, though. Is he going to go in or go back out? And we get a timeout call for Arcola. 67-59, 56 seconds left to go in the game. Arcola with an 8-point lead.
Excellent job by Chad Graves getting that timeout right away. Got the rebound, call timeout, set something up, you know, run a little bit more of the clock down, end the game. Don't give Okaw Valley the hope that happened in the JV game earlier when it was back and forth into double overtime.
And I think Coach Graves saw that Hobgood kind of had a little bit of indecision. He did a nice job to get the rebound, and there was a second where it looked like he was going to go right back up with it, but then he kind of thought, we're under a minute. We've got an 8-point lead. Maybe I can take it back out. Kind of caught in the middle there, and I think Coach Graves saw that and saw he had an opportunity to call one of his timeouts. 8-point Arcola lead over Okaw Valley. 56 seconds left to go in this contest. And, you know, we've hit February now. The conference tournament is out of the way. And really looking at the Arcola schedule, after tonight, they have 3, they've got 4 regular season varsity contests left before it's regional time.
Yeah, it's plenty of time to work on a lot of things, you know, get a couple more good games in there. I'll say this, their offense has been going through Colin Seaman, and he's been the leading scorer, but you've seen some real nice play from guys coming up off the bench, substituting in, being the 6th and 7th guys into the game.
Arcola's been impressive this year, the times we've seen him. There's a nice play out of the timeout, but it doesn't go down for Seaman. Ball out of bounds off Arcola, and Okaw Valley will get a chance to cut into the 8-point lead.
Great inbounds play.
Worked just perfectly, but just couldn't get it to go down. Hagerman with it now. He's going to drive and picks it up and then kicks it out. That's 14, Brody Sparks. He's called for a travel. We've seen about 3 or 4 traveling calls here down the stretch. 42 seconds left to go, 8-point Arcola lead. Okaw Valley going to dial up the pressure. Official with it, about to be trapped. Dishes it off to 20 Strader. Foul on Hagerman there. Should be 4 for Hagerman, I believe. And into the double bonus, and 2 shots here for Arcola. First one, no good. Chase Strader, sophomore forward at the line, misses that one. He has 11 points tonight. Second one, no good, off the front iron. Rebound for Okaw Valley, Hagerman gets it. 15 across midcourt, guarded by 20, Chase Strader. He drives through the lane, cuts through, puts it up, it doesn't go down. some of those touch shots he was able to put up early haven't fallen here down the stretch. Now, it's a combination of legs from being tired, a little too amped up, and we saw he got a little riled up earlier, and just hasn't. He had some great looks earlier that fell down and just aren't going down.
I think he's trying to do too much here at the end of the game. I mean, he wasted a good 5 seconds right there just dribbling around at the top of the key instead of passing it over to one of the wings, maybe for an open shot, or move the ball around, run a little offense.
Cole Hutton misses the first of his free throws. Hutton with 6 points on the night, including 3 here in the fourth quarter. 67-59, Arcola leads, 22.8 seconds left to go. Hutton knocks that one down. And they get it ahead. Hagerman gonna get called for a travel, dragged his foot there, tried to do a little shot fake, and his body got out of whack. 18 seconds left to go, 9-point Purple Rider lead.
Didn't know whether to pass it or go ahead and take the shot.
Looks like the home team is going to take this one. Still some pressure though, but not too much. Trying to take the ball away without fouling is Okaw Valley. They'll reach around there from the back, trying to knock it out, and that is going to be it. And our final score tonight is going to be 68-59. The Arcola Purple Riders pick up an LOVC win over the Okaw Valley Timberwolves. And Luke, we talked about this earlier on. We've seen Arcola a couple times hang with some folks and be there right to the end. Tonight, when things got tough, and they played a pretty full game. They played a nice back and forth game, and then when the going got tough in the fourth quarter, they were able to pull away.
Yeah, Arcola really from start to finish played a pretty solid game. I mean, there weren't too many lulls in their offense. Their defense was pretty decent, and nothing against Okaw Valley. They did just as well on defense. Their offense kind of slowed down there after a little bit in the second half. Fourth quarter especially, they really couldn't find a whole lot to go down for them. But Colin Seaman really liked the second and fourth quarters there to come alive. He was pretty par in the first and third quarters, but when he wasn't hitting and when he wasn't playing his best, his teammates stepped up and played very well behind him. And when Wyatt Fischel and Austin Schaefer went out with foul trouble, number 5, Justin Hopgood, and number 24, Cole Hutton came in and gave some really impressive minutes. Hutton put down a couple shots from behind the arc, and Hopgood was just all over the place, scrapping for the ball for rebounds, playing defense down low. They made it really difficult on Okaw Valley to come away with a road victory here.
That they did. Definitely the bench really impressive. The starters did good work for Arcola. The bench very impressive. And the Purple Riders able to pull this one out 68-59. Scoring totals, Okaw Valley was led by Peyton Hagerman with 18. Devin Still had 11. Drew Fruchtel with 9. Let's see what else we had here. 7 points for Joe Jeffers. 5 for Colton Sraka, 3 for Taylor Coleman, and then 2 points for Brody Sparks, Greg Walker, and Alex Martin. Okaw Valley finishes with 59. For the home team, the victors are Arcola Purple Riders, as tonight they were celebrating Team Kevin and remembering Kevin Eady and helping raise some money for the American Heart Association. The Arcola Purple Riders leading scorer tonight, Colin Seaman with 28. 11 points for Chase Strader, 8 points for Clayton Strader, 7 for Cole Hutton, 6 for Austin Schaefer, 4 for Justin Hopgood off the bench, 2 for Wyatt Fischel, and 2 for Freddie Moreno. So 68 points for the Arcola Purple Riders, and a nice victory here in front of a good crowd here in Arcola.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us. For Luke Johnson, I'm Chris Patton. And we want to thank you for joining us here on DouglasCountyDigest.com as the Arcola Purple Riders pick up an LOVC win over Okaw Valley 68-59.